The message of the Pulse of Commerce Index this month is that we were down about 1.9%. On the surface, that looks disappointing, but in May we were up an extraordinarily strong number of 3.1%.
So the June offset almost two-thirds of the May gain. As disappointing as June was, on a quarterly basis, the second quarter PCI is up 6.2% compared to the previous quarter on an annualized basis. That's consistent with the GDP number, GDP growth rate, in the second quarter of this year in the range of 2.5% to 3%. A large number of indicators have come up worrisome in June, including the PCI, and had raised fears about the possibility of a second dip. A second dip means GDP declines by, it falls by some negative amount sometime in the future, probably for a couple of quarters in order to have an official second dip. The circumstances that we're in now do not naturally lend themselves to a second dip, and the data that the PCI represents do not come close to creating serious concerns about a second dip.
Now, some of the strength in May and the weakness in June on a relative basis was due to what we call a Memorial Day effect. It's simply the fact that Memorial Day this year occurred on the 31st of the month, which tended to help May and hurt June. So we need to look at the 2 months combined, I think. The good news is the second half of June was really strong, which bodes well for July.